Let's go. So, no, like you're sidebar conversation. Like you're 100% right about that. Like everything has changed nowadays. So, like the approach of what you used to tell women back in the day or what used to work back then just doesn't work anymore. And I don't know why that doesn't work. Like being a gentleman and it's almost played out in a minute. And if you would have hung out the window and done some silly shit like, hey, bitches, hey, what's up, hoes? Like, oh, like, they would have been like, oh, yeah, what are you talking to? Be like, oh, man, I'm just playing, and think it's cute. But, like, you can't even be the gentleman anymore, dude, because hello is really, like, if you pull up next to me and say, hey, I'm going to be like, hi, hello. Obviously, you thought I was attractive enough to pull up next to me and flirt, right? But
it was nighttime.
Oh, that what it was? She ain't see the medium ugliness. After the cops heard. She had a couple beers.
You know, the Uber, the
couple
lift light was beaming right on the right side to make me kind of look like I was kind of half.
No, man, it's just, it's different, man. I guess that's why we're glad to be married now, man, or even in relationships now, because it's just like, it's such, the mark, I'm just telling you, the market is different, man. Like, half these women can't cook, no cap.
Damn.
I mean, let's call it what it is. Let's call it spade a spade. Half these women can't cook. They can't have a conversation. And if it doesn't pertain around, the conversation doesn't pertain around the latest episode of whatever popular show is on, it's really dry a lot of times, bro.
So where are you getting your sample of women that you're serving?
When I got back into the market, bro. When I got and hold up, okay.
Because I know.
Okay.
And the thing is, I'm not trying to corner you because I know you go all over. I'm saying, where are you going to get these different? Because I'm like, what, you know?
So. You know, I do my bike rides, right? So I'm critical mass, a couple thousand people out there, bro. When I do my taco rides, it's more of a social ride. So I get to talk.
So you're seeing like different varieties of women?
Yes. It's across the board. It's across the board, man. And what's surprisingly, a lot of the younger chicks carry a better conversation than a lot of the older chicks when it comes down to this. And then a lot of these chicks are single, and I'm just out there having conversation, right? And then listen to everybody else's confessions and what they're talking about at that time. And like the market is just different now, dude. It's not the same old market anymore, man. And that's why when I say the things I say, this is only in my demographic of people and it's a gumbo pot of people that I mess with, but it's definitely true because I see it all the time, bro. Like the market has changed.
Well, I think that it's more just people able to be themselves. I mean, whatever you're going to be, like, I think right now is the freest time ever where, like, people are whoever they're going to be. If you're going to be, if you're going to be trans, if you're going to be gay, if you're going to be straight, if you're going to be racist. Well, it's just like everybody's claiming, I don't even know if it's shame. I think that back in the day, right, in deep rural Alabama or Mississippi, I'll use each one because both of them pertain to this, right? If you were racist, right? You were probably racist among other races, right? It was probably group thought, right? Mm-hmm. Probably the times, right? Probably what's been passed down. Probably you have experiences that made you feel this way, right? Before, you didn't know that it was different, right? Because it was groupthink. It was what you were around. But now you can go onto the internet and you can see, oh, shit, maybe I might think this, but all these other people are saying that I'm wrong, right? So the first time ever, everybody gets to figure out that they might be wrong. They might not know. They might not understand something, right? And that's only just because of the society that we live in, the internet, right? Internet changed everything. It seems really weird because we grew up with it in a way, right? But the internet kind of changed everything. The internet changed everything.
Social media changed everything.
I don't even think so, because
I don't think nothing changed. I just think it came to light.
Yeah, but everything
it got faster. It got smaller.
Everything did. The world did become smaller and faster. social media does make the world smaller and faster.
No, I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is, doesn't that really mean that nothing really changed? We're just seeing things.
Yes, but we're living off of statuses nowadays, right? So you could be in a 3-month relationship with a chick, right? But to her, it's not real until you post it up on Facebook. My wife still bitches at me about, like, I can tell you you're beautiful 1,000 times a day in your face. But if I don't put it on Facebook, it's not real. You know what I mean? Because now I'm showing the world that you love me. And these are.
Oh, is that a requirement?
Oh yeah, these are things that, yeah. See, you got a diamond. I'm just telling you that because a lot of
these things.
A lot of people.
Where do you find these things?
a lot of people are like that. She's like, oh, you never like any of my pictures. I'm like, I never see any of these pictures. So it's tougher now because the world is smaller. Yeah. I think the world, and I think that actually inhabits women. There's so many choices out there, right? And then social media. Someone was talking about, maybe it was Joe and them, they were talking about social media leading to anxiety. And I was like, damn, they're right about that because it does, because that's why I don't follow rappers. I don't follow a lot of rich people. I'll let you get into that because I don't want to compare my life to their life. You feel me? So for me not to do that, I just follow who I follow on the gram and follow who I follow on Facebook and Twitter and so forth.
Why can't you just follow them and just not compare your life?
I think that people are made to compare more often than not. I actually watched a video on like people just actually doing that comparison thing and like how people feel like they have to compare. Like even today, man. Like even today when like I was sitting there with the Sphere and I was over here talking with them and I was just thinking about the size of APR and like what we got going on and what we're trying to do, and it wasn't until like this moment when I realized like, yeah, I told him, man, we've been doing this since October. And it's like, we've only been doing this from October, but we kind of have our own distinct flavor. Yeah. We kind of do our things our own way. And like, I understand why they do it their way. And I understand why other people do it their way. But like, we have different goals, I think. And I think that now people are able to set goals. People are, if somebody wants to have everybody love them on social media, they can set that goal. They can pay that ad space. They can rally their friends. They can get all that public declaration that they want, man. All right. And so it's like, does it really even matter? Because back in the day, we couldn't do that. But you remember when it used to be, and it's still fucking player, when somebody used to rent a plane and like have a banner above like your head and everybody would just get on out and just be like, oh shit. And be like, yo, be like, he put that on for the world to see. For the world to see. And you're like, what the fuck? Nobody cares.
So you don't think where I talk about that with the comparison thing, right? Okay. We do compare because, and it may not be us in general, but if you're in a relationship and then Trey takes his wife out, bought her flowers, did a horse and carriage, posted all this on social media, and then my wife follows Trey and she sees this, now it's a competition game. So we do compare even when we don't compare because I'm going to hear about it like, oh, Trey takes his wives on carriage rides. You never paid for it for me. So even
that happened to me once.
But even unconsciously, we do compare ourselves to those lifestyles, and it can be sickening and it can be depressing. Just imagine you have no money. You see a nigga on Instagram with a whole money to his ear, like flexing, and you like, dog. He talking about, man, $1,000, throw it out the window. You like, dog, like. My rent's due. I owe $700. I need the other $300 to pay this light bill. You will become depressed, have anxiety, and freak the fuck out because you want everything to go faster because it's going too slow for you. So it is a tool, and it does happen in relationships to where you see these loving relationships, and you're like, damn, I want that to be my relationship, but you don't realize the back end and the work that this man might have had to go through, or this woman might have to go through to get the relationship to that.
No, level. I was caught up in some bullshit.
It'd be easier just to appreciate what you got.
No, it really isn't.
You're right. I'm not telling you you're not right.
I try to say that I'm woke, but this. All right, so my wife loves the Harry Potter, right? Yeah. And so me about collections, I like for her collection to be second to none because it's my collection. as I see it, right? And so it's like, there's somebody else who has like a very similar collection, and it was like recently with the Lego, it was a Lego Hogwarts, right? And so like, one, it was way too much for any type of plastic. Two, I still haven't put that shit together.
Yeah.
And three, like, you know, like, do I have I read the books? No. And so it's like, it wasn't like something for me, but I got it just because I was like, man, she's sitting there. She has like the collection second to none, but then her friend has one and she doesn't. I might as well just pull off. It's only bread at this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's even like me over just trying to say that I'm woke. I'm just sitting here right now talking about you should appreciate where you're at and how you have
Of course.
It, right?
Of course. I think we all do in this room. Like, I don't think anything other than that, right? No matter what situation that we're in. I think we piggyback up off of each other for motivation anyway. Yeah. But even subconsciously, like, I don't even think about it like that. But then when you look at it, you're just like, damn. Like, it's building blocks, right? And somebody to push you and have you thrive and do things like that. We don't need that validation off of social media. Yeah. I'm just telling you the mass public what they do. Like, I post like hardly ever anymore, bro. And not because I don't want to. Yeah. It's just because
so much you control on.
Yeah. And I'm just, and then it's like, and it's just, yeah. Because it's just like I'm watching hamsters spin in the hamster wheel, right? You can't right after I fucking do this intro, man. Welcome to Planet Pert, where you can get in free, but you gotta be a G. Like a Newport show in Louisiana Parish Jail. I ain't got no filter. Episode number 19, man. Let's go.
19.
Go ahead though.
Wow. I would love to go live and have like a Ask Pert segment.
Let's do it.
That would be hilarious.
Let's do it, man. Anytime y'all want
our cameraman is here right after the intro. I guess we have a show starting.
It's all good, man.
I was just fucking with him. Did we win?
No.
About 1 point, man. Yeah, shout out to the Rockets. I hope Big Sarge. I hope you get some coverage.
Nice.
Let's talk.
So.
Let me talk to you about Instagram for a second.
Go ahead.
Can I talk to you about Instagram?
Because I'm off that shit anyway.
Nah, because like I don't really care. Like,
I'm not dating anymore, so.
Well, here's the deal, man. I don't think the dating pool has changed. I think that right now, if I was a single man, and God forbid that I ever be a single man again, because I did not do well the first time. But if like I was ever,
man, you gotta look what you got now,
man, dude. Like it was a lot of bumps and bruises, and we both know. And so like
it's tough.
Man, it happens. So like I was over here sitting there, and Instagram is like, my new thing, right? Okay. I only opened it. I didn't realize that my Facebook account had an Instagram. Yes, so like apparently I got Instagram. Two. Yes. I got two now, right? But I got like the APR one that basically, I spam everybody with, right? And I got like some followers, and so like, I try to do the thing called the Gary V method, which is basically you like their posts if you see something, right? Okay. And then make a comment, right? Okay. Yeah. So I see people doing this now, right? Yes. I see all these people doing all these different trends to grow followers and whatnot. And like my biggest thing is, like, if we're all doing the same thing and we got the bots, then is there really anybody still on Instagram besides the people who generate revenue? Specifically, like I found out that you can double tap a picture and that means that you like it.
Oh my God, how old are you?
I know, right?
I put a heart on that booty all the time, man. That's what we do on Instagram.
So like, I didn't know that there was like.
They send me something to like. It's like, you like this shit.
Well, it's like I never ever looked up at Instagram on them. Because like,
just let them know. I like it, take it off and put it back. Just so you can see me twice.
I'm finding this whole new world, and it's not like Facebook. I understand why Facebook is for the older people now. It's because there's so many people on there that you gotta like watch who you are.
Yeah, but Instagram is like for the middle child, and then Snapchat.
The middle child.
Seriously.
What is the Snapchat?
Nice. Snapchat is the newer generation.
What is a Snapchat?
Snapchat deletes in 24 hours, man. So Snapchat allows you to do whatever the fuck you want to do, say whatever you want to say. When you message somebody,
and their servers
when you message somebody in their inbox, it deletes once you read the message. It's like this message will delete in 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
See, I can't deal with that.
The kids love that because just imagine your parents busting the fucking room and you just sent the whole half naked to somebody in Snapchat. It's already gone, but it's still on the Snapchat server though.
Let me just tell you,
it deletes off of us. This is where
kids out there who listen to, like, when I say kids, I know that you're
it could be
16, 15, or whatever. But let me just tell you, real talk. Be careful about sending digitals back to each other just because there are laws in place that will fuck up shit.
It's actually a felony in Louisiana.
And won't let you be eligible for financial aid. And you know, Trey always trying to get people to get education.
Get educated, yes, sir.
So, like, let me just tell you, man, like, it's cool. Like, I'm not going to say I didn't do nothing. I'm not going to say that there are no people out there that did not get anything from the trip.
From Google name. I got dick pic floating around like the Google guy, man.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Real talk.
The Amazon guy.
Social media. They deleted my. They deleted.
Floating around.
They deleted my MySpace music along with everybody else.
If you didn't go back and check on MySpace like 5 or 6 years ago, you lost all your stuff on your page. I did go back and check, but I deleted it all anyway.
No, I had it all.
I know, but
I had a nice ass back.
I'm telling you, MySpace cleared all that back stuff off. If you didn't go and renew the shit. So
no, I
went back to MySpace to download all my baby pictures of my youngest son off of my page or his mother's page because we lost him when one of my hard drives crashed. Yeah. So I went back to it then, and this was years ago, Trey. Maybe even longer than 5, bro. We may be talking like 7, 8 years ago. You missed the boat.
I missed the boat because there's a song called Air that's done by me, Ben Gould, and Texas T that like we use for the Stargazers soundtrack, and like that was the only surviving copy other than probably on the server on the actual server.
You don't got it in your brain?
No, I don't remember. I don't like. I actually have noticed that I was actually trying to play the. I have a track for like when somebody passes, I play.
Yeah.
And I was actually trying to play it this week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember how to begin it, and I didn't know if it was my memory just saying don't do it, or if I don't remember it anymore.
If the song came on, you will remember the whole song. You just need that little push. It's like a kid on the bike for the first time.
Yeah.
You have to get that little bit of push because I've been doing that all week when I've been like, man, I got this song for that. I can't remember the verse for this. And the moment it came on today on my goddamn on my iPhone at the gym, the first 2 bars came out, then I remember the whole damn song.
It's really weird.
It's one of those.
It's really weird. Like I couldn't even hear the guitar right. Like it was just sounding like weird in my ears. Like I couldn't hear a G the way a G sounded.
It's in the back of your memory, man. And condolence to Odu family, man. You told me a little bit about it, what you knew, but always sad when anybody passes away.
Always
sad. And, somebody around when you lose somebody in your age group is even more. Because it's a reality check for me at times, because you don't really know, and everybody says that because, you don't know when, or today could be your last day, but 99% of the time we live a day like we're going to see it the next day, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's only in those moments when we lose someone, we're like, oh, we need to be more appreciative.
Especially like when you actually have like a purpose too, right? Like
True.
You can't live like it's gonna be my last year. Living like, all right, I've got to be motivated to
try to
No, we talk about living with purpose,
you have to live with a purpose. But like, no, I definitely agree because on Thanksgiving when I lost my grandma, I was telling my mom the other day, I was like, that just it hit.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah.
like, all right, like,
yeah.
we didn't expect it, even though, you know, she was up in age, but no one expected it to happen. It wasn't like something lingering where we knew she had a few days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. Like, it was out of nowhere.
Where you could come to.
So it was like I told her, I was like, I mean, that just lets me know that it hit me. Like, it was like, it's real now. So it was like, shoot, if, you know, God forbid, but you know,
you don't know.
Dad, aunt, next person,
you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know, and so you just gotta try. And so that's what I'm always saying to everybody else. It's like, man, we just gotta keep trying, because if we try for anything, like, it doesn't, like, if you're just trying just to be positive, or you're trying just to like diet, or you're just trying just to get past a certain moment, you just gotta try. Yeah. And then I will carry you through a lot of unnecessariness, I think. Because I was watching this show called Patriot on Amazon, man. And Amazon Prime, man, if you haven't watched it, it's fucking awesome. It's weird as fuck. But, like, it's one of those where it's like, once you're done, you're like, man, I haven't seen anything else like it. And he was saying in there that in the Special Forces, they teach you to go halfway plus a step. Right? Because after that, just getting to the end is closer than turning around. So it's like, so like, if we just keep on taking steps, whatever those steps might be, who knows?
But yes, you're 100% right? So this shit that I shared earlier with you guys, about the Arizona mother that's in jail for starving and pepper spraying the 7 adopted kids.
Like, that's crazy.
Trying to force this.
How did nobody know?
Well, her oldest daughter, which I watched the video with her older daughters.
Speak on it.
Thick. I'm never gonna be shit. So she thick though. I ain't gonna lie. Go watch that video. She thick as hell. But besides that, she's the one who actually ratted her out. So her biological daughter ratted her out about starving these kids, pepper spraying them. She's pulling them out of school, trying to Joe Jackson these kids into becoming stars. Now, I saw the videos, and I actually watched the whole 10-minute video. I was like, damn, how little dog about to get these cookies? And I'm telling you, it just, in my mind, it just opened up a creative gap. I'm telling you, once I get the crib and have the space, I'm going to get into that with my kids, and we're going to create fun stuff like that as well.
Well, we have a whole channel.
Yes. APRkids.com. Yes. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Abusing that. What she did was way beyond my recollection of understanding, because it's kind of like, damn, man, like, I don't force my kids to play soccer. I don't force my kids to play basketball. If they want to do it, great. His mother, my youngest son, his mother pressures him to try to play sports and do these things, but I don't really do that because I want him to enjoy everything that he does. If he enjoys his weekends playing Fortnite, guess what, my nigga? Sports ain't for you. You feel me? And I don't want to waste.
There's some people make a lot of money off Fortnite.
Yes, but it's a lot of people that make money off of me taking my kids to play football for their little league or whatever that he doesn't he doesn't want to play, because it's not just that division. They do Brazoria County, Harris County, Fort Bend. Like, these people are on the back end are clocking major money off of your kids playing $300 for sports and then another X amount of dollars.
Basketball, same thing.
See what I'm saying? Like, so I want my kids to always enjoy anything that they're doing. Like, your son enjoys doing the show, right? He says it's not Michael Jackson where it's like, I didn't have a childhood. Like, no,
there will be no chemical castration here. Like, they said that they did that to Michael, and I was like, that's fucked up, because that's on paper somewhere, man. Like, that was on his autopsy, and that was on paper. Like, that Joe Jackson chemically castrated that dude so he could go right. And I was like, oh shit, because they made him a castrati, which is what they used to do back in the opera days, so that they can keep the high register of the voices. What the fuck were
you watching?
Man, no, dude. I watched the Joe Rogan. I watch a lot of different things.
I don't think though Michael Jackson. But they were talking about Jackson went to a sperm bank, bro. Those kids are white. I mean,
they're saying that he could never ever have the kids because
I know he went to a sperm bank. He picked some sloppy white chick. Yeah, and I do mean sloppy. He picked some sloppy white chick and had babies with her.
No, she was probably very healthy.
But he went and probably picked his sperm out the sperm bank because I love also Paris. That's my baby. Like, I think she's beautiful.
I don't even understand that. Like you're saying
Paris
these
Jackson.
names, like you know these people.
Blanking in Paris, nigga.
Like I haven't seen them since they were blanking in Paris.
And Paris is, you know, she a pear. You know,
fair enough.
Remember Rick Ross when he loved the pears?
Was that about her?
Pears.
No, it wasn't. I was just telling you.
No, man,
Paris
I've been married.
Paris is straight. But she tried to kill herself. She tried to see. This is why I don't like him fucking with his family like that, though. And his legacy like that, I should say. Okay. Because it trickled back down to Michael Jackson's family, man. And we'll get into Mike back real quick. Because his daughter tried to kill herself, bro. Biological or not, bro. Like, he made her, he raised her. Like, whatever, bro. Like, she tried to kill herself because they're, like, painting her daddy out to be this monster that they have no evidence on. It's the same old shit that we've already heard. Like, Kelly with 3 new tapes, we can give him a nasty award.
But yeah, but people are into canceling.
But we can. I don't fuck cancel culture. I told y'all how I feel about these.
No, but nobody's canceling Elvis right now.
They're not canceling Elvis, and Elvis was out. Elvis was out.
Cares.
Man, there is a book that says there is an actual printed book called Elvis and Me.
One of the motherfuckers.
There's a book that is a bestseller called Elvis and Me,
the movie nigga,
in which Priscilla says he found me at 14. And like talks about it, and we're just like, there's a movie, and nobody said anything about that.
Well, but they had to. I watched the clip of video of the actual.
What's my guy? What's my guy?
She was like,
what's my director
about like how she would have to go to school the next morning while he was still asleep.
What's my
partied hard the next?
What's my director name? What's my director name? That married the Asian kid, the Asian girl.
Have you been doing
his
Come on, man. Come on, man. Did we ban his movies? What's the director name that married the little young chicks, bro?
Woody Allen.
Woody fucking.
Woody.
Are we canceling him? Are we not playing his movies on Showtime, HBO, Stars,
I'm not a Woody
Netflix?
Allen fan. I don't even think. I don't even think his movies are that funny.
I watched some of his movies and it's not about being funny. He directed some pretty decent movies that I found out he directed. That after the fact, though. My whole point is like, dog, we can't go digging into everybody's closet, especially a dead man's closet, and trying to cancel a fucking dead man, bro. Like people have no integrity.
So there needs to be rules on the cancel culture.
Nick, if I beat all my cases alive, don't you come after me when I'm dead. Is what I'm talking about, bro.
All right, that's facts.
Facts, because we don't go after Pac because everybody know that Pac was set up, and then they understand that now. But when he was alive, nobody wanted to understand that.
Nobody ever said anything about Pac. But they gave him the flip culture of that shit. Mike Tyson got accused of some bullshit. Lost the cases, but won the fucking war. Mike Tyson's a fucking legend right now, bro. We can't go digging into everybody's goddamn past because if we keep it real, Charlamagne told you we was raised in rape culture. Everybody in this room, maybe not you, Trey, because you was a nice guy, but I know I've been in Metropolis and grabbed a handful of ass that I wasn't supposed to grab. No, I was supposed to.
And that's well, that's you. And I'm telling you, we were raised in it. We were raised in this culture like that to where that was normal, bro. Being aggressive was normal, and for women, it was normal for us to be aggressive to them, and they accepted us for being aggressive, bro. Was it right? Yeah. No. Then when I think about it now, as a father, as a brother,
I think that's very interesting because
we was fucked up. But we were taught that was normal though.
Because that's hip hop, right? So like what you're saying is absolutely what you're talking about. I don't think
because if he went to some of the white parties, bro.
The white girls were aggressive.
Man,
it's still.
I don't know. I have all these white babies. I can tell you, I have all these white babies. Those white girls are aggressive.
Hip hop and alternative culture is totally different things.
Yeah, but white girls came up to me. I never had to go up to them.
No, but hip hop culture.
You want me to go deep in detail? I can.
And hip hop culture.
Okay.
And alternative culture, because that's where our roads diverge.
I understand that.
You picked up the mic and I picked up the guitar. And so when going the rock and roll route, right? The women came with the music, right?
And they're aggressive too.
But they're aggressive for a whole different reason. They're trying to pump you up. They're trying to make you into the next dollar. Great. In hip hop, right? In hip hop, it's about the rollout. Just like how we were just talking about, what's her name? Jasmine. Is it Jasmine Woods? Is that her name? Jordan Woods? I don't care about your name.
Yeah, the Jordan Woods.
You fuck somebody and now you're famous?
Yeah, of course. And she's making money right now.
I fucked a few people and
Kim.
All right, so Kim.
Nah, we can go.
Kim was friends with Paris, the original Jump Off, right? And Paris was the actual one that leaked, right?
Yeah, but
that was the only
trash.
one that actually leaked.
That shit was trash.
Man, I don't care. She's like part of the highlight reel.
Kim was lookable, bro. Paris,
now that everybody has a sex tape,
I've never saw somebody suck dick and make it look boring, bro. Like Paris Hilton made a blowjob look boring as fuck. It was like reading a book on a Sunday night. The kids are in bed. Yes, on a Sunday fucking night, the kids are in bed. You have one glass of wine. You have some fucking classical music in the background. Like that's how her blowjob looked, nigga. If you could put that shit into words.
It was like reading a book.
With dry ass wine and make your mouth dry that you don't want to be drinking no fucking more, bro. On a Sunday fucking night, bro.
Sunset go down.
Yes. Like I've never seen nobody descriptively have like her head was so fucking. Her shit was trash, bro.
It's like
trash.
reading a book.
Yes. How do you compare blowjobs to reading a book?
Paris Hilton's blowjob, bro. It was no enthusiasm in it. Like she's one of those people that lay down and just she's one of those people that I would fuck for 3 minutes and she didn't moan, she didn't scream, she didn't scratch, she didn't even pretend she was having fun. Like go back and watch that shit now. It's on RedTube, YouTube, wherever the fuck is on now. Go back and watch that shit now. You'll understand exactly.
I don't need the classics.
I analyze it. I'm a porn.
Yes.
I'm Stephen A. Smith for porn, man.
There's too much new stuff being churned out.
Stephen A. Trips, man. Let's go, man. It was boring.
No.
It was boring. It was fucking boring as fuck.
Hey, anybody on the comments, man? Does anybody want to see a show about playing vinyl? Just think about that. There's a lot of vinyl, a lot of people talking about music, but nobody's really ever just like playing music that doesn't go on rotation. You know what I mean? Like frankly, I was over listening to that. Somebody was over talking about music that just flips off. Like now the way to rate music is how long you listen to it, right?
Okay.
Right? Not just how long in like one sitting, but like I don't listen to shit like a week after. I was listening to that J. Cole. Right? I was listening to J. Cole Middle Child, and I was like, and then like now when I hear it, I'm like, all right, skip.
All right, it's done. Yeah. The digestion of music is, I think because it's content overload though. So when you have content overload, do you really have time to sit back and soak on music? Even though Master P hit us with content overload back in the day when he was dropping a new album every week.
I don't think it was that.
It was different. It was different people.
Anyone's No Limit album, you're going to get everyone else on there.
See?
So it's like you got to...
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
I think that they did it well because what they were doing...
content overload, but it was done well, though.
They probably had multiple rooms in which everybody showed up like a job.
Of course.
Right? Because that's the thing about being a productive artist is that you got to approach it like a 9 to 5. Like, if you're going to be a fucking sculptor, you got to go in there and start chiseling marble, like, at 9 in the morning and get done, like, at 5 in order to get it done.
I don't think people took advantage of, as far as artists back then. I just want to make a quick point. When people say the artists make more money now, like, Fiend, I think Fiend.
Nobody was making
everybody that went gold made like $365,000, right? Like,
probably.
Which is it's great. But think about that back in the day when you were only getting not even $1 CD. Yeah. You were only getting like 20-25 cents. Master P was still paying these dudes, so they're not even realizing that they're still making about 85 cents a CD almost for 300,000 on going gold for 500.
No, he was paying everybody.
Like niggas was getting paid, but they wanted to get Master P money, but they don't understand the investments that went into that, and they also didn't branch out and tour and do what these young niggas is doing now. Just think about when we were younger. How many times we heard about a Biggie or a Tupac tour or Too Short or NWA coming to the city?
People didn't tour back then.
Because they was making the money on the back end of the records that they thought. But think about it now as a business and an enterprise of today's music. Like these dudes are excelling in the business aspect of music.
Well, because they got to keep all their money touring.
But the content is still overloaded to where we forget about the album, but they do enough rotations for the shows. I'm 360 in that. So they do enough rotations for the shows that they make up the money and revenue on the back end. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about whether we're going to listen to it for 100 weeks or not. It's about boom, 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 punch in the face. Now I got momentum. Let me go out here and take advantage of the momentum.
Yeah, and go tour for like 30 days. Everybody's buying.
Like,
I'm like, no, like, dude, this
money, bro, but it's a bunch of
Joe Budden's going now on tour.
Yeah, I'm going
on his
to
little
that.
tour.
Yeah.
No, congratulations on getting tickets, man. It was very, very
my
hard.
wife bought them.
I did not know that that Rory was so deep into H-Town.
Well, he capping, but yes,
he's definitely capping.
Doozapalooza is here quite a bit, and I bought my wife. I mean, my wife bought me tickets because I said a real wife would buy tickets.
So she had to compare it. Use it in your advantage.
Nah, he knows how he's manipulating the situation. We all know. That's 20% of marriage.
Hey, I was like, a real wife would buy tickets. She was just like, I took a nap and woke up, and I was mad because the tickets she bought earlier that day, we could have got floor seats for maybe like $30 more or something like that. So I was kind of salty because I was like, oh, she was like, no, I looked, and them shit sold out like really, really quick.
Man, let me just tell you, floor seats are kind of in the House of Blues, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want to be on the floor. You want to be up in the balcony.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the balcony,
and it's gonna be a great time. The thing about Joe Budden going on tour is that is whether we like it or not, the Pump It Up guy is actually breaking new ground. Lots of people go on regional tours, but they never ever go on tours across everything.
True.
To really kind of see where they're at. Mm-hmm. Momentum wise, to be honest, he does go platinum every week, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy with the podcast. Yeah, that's amazing, man. But I think as far as like, especially for our gen, right? So let's rewind the clock a little bit, right? Because Sway was our voice for a long time, right?
Sway is not any longer.
I know, and then Flex had.
He's more like the Donnie Simpson of hip hop.
But Sway is still a staple, though. You know what I mean?
No, but he does. Once he started letting people get over on the Five Fingers of Death, like he stopped being that voice of the culture.
Because nobody can do it. So
nobody can freestyle anymore. He can't even consistently put out freestyles.
Well, because nobody's freestyling when they go up there anyway. They're just spitting these written verses.
No, they are over
Big
beats.
Tig was the only nigga that freestyled and had original freestyle.
The Basement?
Dog, Tig used to. The Basement, yeah.
Because let me just tell you, because Wayne spit like a whole bunch of his later on verses.
Yeah. No. I'm talking Tig himself. I'm not talking about the stupid ass artist that went up there. I'm talking about I saw Big Tig recently on on Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
And Big Tig off the Dome.
What's the show?
And I know you off the Dome because that's when you.
You have the camera look up.
Oh, get out of here. Anyway,
all I'm saying,
but Big Tig was actually a natural freestyler, though.
All right, like I feel that, but what's the outlet now that does that type of thing? Like what? Where do you have to go?
Just read off their fucking phone.
No, that's the
because
thing.
You don't want to have a bad moment or a bad freestyle. And I've heard Biggie on like Hot 97 back in the day. Like Biggie was on Hot 97 back in the day, and he never
I didn't have it all set up. I'll do it later, but thanks.
Yeah, but Biggie freestyle back in the day, and it wasn't all the way
the thing about
all the time, right? And I heard Biggie and Pac freestyles. Like I freestyled in public before, and the first round was just like rough, and you like, oh shit. And then the second round, you come back and you show you what you were. Like nowadays, it's like they don't want to have a first bad round. They want to go up in the game and just go raw from the jump. So they read off their phone. They give it these old pre-manufactured ass bars and stuff like that, to where we're not really seeing artists freestyling anymore.
No, I think there's a problem.
The kids don't care about that shit.
Well, like no, it's hip hop is now pop music.
Kids' favorite rappers can't
rap. Yeah. They don't care. Man. They just don't care about it no more.
Shout out to the Miyagi Dojo from the Karate Kid. And just so y'all could see how dope it really is, I found this.
There you go.
I have this bandana that I had when I was probably 4 years old. I have another copy. I will be wearing it. There will be an unboxing later. We'll probably make Trey nice. Jr. watch it. I don't know. And he'll do it.
Nice. Let's go real quick. Let's switch it up and let's go let's go Jay Prince. And then I want to talk about Robert Kraft and his money. And then we're going to close it out. Yeah. But let's go Jay Prince and getting this chain back, man. But there's two things I want to talk to you about this situation. Let's roll it over.
Well, we always got to talk about them. One, two.
No. It's news. And it's valuable news. Like, I see where the seniority and the street shit came back into play where he got the chains back. And that's fine. But I want to talk about the pool a little bit, man. And I'm talking like not just street shit, because this guy makes a post the next day. These people are arrested for RICO, which means they've been investigated for a while. But enough connections and power with the government. Not saying he's a snitch like that, nothing like that. I joke about that before, but not saying he's a snitch or nothing like that, but just enough connections, because you can have connections without being a snitch, right? You could just be higher enough in power to where you could make those type of calls to where that case kind of got...
Can I go X-Files?
Fast forwarded a little bit to where they probably would let these kids get away with a little bit more like 6ix9ine and then been trying to slam them with the life sentences. But go ahead.
I think exactly. I think that what actually happened is once he drew light to these kids who were already under surveillance, right?
Yes, sir.
Already, because you can't do crime in New York.
And you can't have a name called the Jack Boys, but go ahead.
Oh, that's so
stupid, right?
Like, y'all are stupid. But
hey, y'all, they in jail, so we can talk all the shit.
Yeah, well, fuck them, dude. Like, they know, man. People don't want me to come out of retirement. That's all I gotta say about all that.
It's possible too, though, that they probably could have wrapped the case up before they got killed.
See, I think
I'm like,
that's true too.
That's true too. Someone that
I think it accelerated the timeline
with that much reach.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And I mean, and the thing is like, we're
reach
saying
like
it's not even, he didn't even have to say threat. Just the fact that
I didn't think it was a threat to begin with. But okay,
that's
go
not
ahead.
the point. What I'm saying is he doesn't have to.
True.
He had to the point where I don't like this dude.
Yeah.
Somebody coming to knock Trey off just to impress me. You
well,
see what I'm saying? It's like,
see.
So if I say, hey, these people over here got my chain, please let them know that it's going to be some...
But
and
you
I
do
know
see.
That Prince, like they was talking about...
You're right.
They were talking about that... I think they should put a $10,000 bounty on all.
He didn't put out anything.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm just saying, like the concept of.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, everybody going to get every death row chain at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm saying because, and it's not even the fact that was the case, but they know if anybody could do it, it'll be that guy.
True.
What?
So I'm saying is like if you're gonna put in some work and impress anybody as a little dude on the street.
And it does.
It's gonna be Jay Prince.
But you see what happened.
It does happen. You're right.
Exactly how it played out in the end, which is everybody's coming for Jay Prince Jr.'s birthday, which might as well be a national holiday.
Yeah, might as well get his own weekend. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
because he says so.
Yeah,
and so everybody's coming down. Every single person that he tagged is now going to come down, and they're going to be part of Mob Ties, which
can I get my credit for being correct though? When I was talking about, let me tell you, let me get my little pat on the back for being correct. When I told y'all these kids did not give a fuck about Jay Prince because they did not give a fuck about the cops, and that they were already sabotaging themselves, committing these crimes on tape. Yeah. Now they didn't get committed for those crimes because Jay Almighty, he's trying to be a street nigga and be real. You want to be a snitch or this or that. And he really didn't even have to snitch on himself because it was already on video, right? It's kind of like the Troy Ave situation where it's on video. Tyrese cried, what more do you want me to do? Like, I mean, it's just like, what do you do in that situation, bro? He couldn't do anything about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was right about... Told you they didn't give a fuck. They came on there, said, suck my dick, do this, do that.
Man, y'all need to stop telling people to suck your dick.
Stop inviting men to your dick. Yes, I know. It's super gay. It's almost worse than sagging.
No, it's not even just that. It's just that means something totally different. And that can get you killed.
To us, it does. But to them, it's just like, they don't give a fuck, bro. If this niggas is going on
Fat Joe said on Vlad, he said, to this day, I will still stab someone.
Yes.
To this day, as wise as old as I am.
Yes, I'll fuck somebody up behind that.
If you told me that right now,
You're
probably
that used to mean something back in the day.
Definitely gonna get this work.
I watched Michael Jai White.
Yeah,
and he asked him, was like, what would you do right now? Because I think it was going over the Terry Crews situation.
Yeah,
and they was like, so what would you do right now?
That shit right there.
What would you do right now if a gay guy grabbed Charlie? It's like, man, I dang near kill him. Like I'll punch him hard in some area.
Yeah.
But the point is, he was like, and I understand what I'm putting at stake.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I understand I would lose my career, but he was like, I would be willing to be behind the glass and telling my kids, this is who I really was.
Right.
The reaction.
Before I accept something like that.
Yes.
To be someone I'm not. So it's like, so the point is, like you said, stop telling people that, because you don't know who doesn't care about this fame and fortune. They will throw it all away just for the respect.
Man,
I think that people need to stop being fake tough. Back in the day, the way to get your toughness, you remember that scene that Vin Diesel, it's like 4 Jewish kids, but he's like the biggest out of all of them. He would be like, the way that you become a street fighter is through 10,000 fights, and he was like, in this one I did this one, and this one and it's like, because back in the day you used to have to fight, man. Like, whether you liked it or not, somebody was gonna test you, and that's how you become where right? That you can handle your business. It's like SWAT, Toby from the SWAT's always talking about how you used to have to lay hands on people. And
that was the way of life.
SWAT, that's how it used to be.
But that was the way of life. It wasn't running and grab a gun. It wasn't trying to buck 50 somebody. It was just like
nobody had money.
It was just a square, and most of the time it was a square one-on-one. Like I told y'all last week, thank God I've never been jumped, because that would be a worse situation for whoever jumped me than me getting jumped, because I know my reaction to that, right? So it's just like, dog, like we're in a different time zone to where their way of thinking is all about this attention, bro. They want the crack, bro. They want to sniff it. That shit is the new crystal meth, man. Like, they want it. Yes, I'm telling you, what attention is the new crack for this new wave of people. And if you look at that, like these guys on the video talking about how they rob not just that guy, but just local rappers or rappers in general that come to their city. They've been doing these robberies for so long. Like, this attention to them is a fucking drug, bro. And it's highly addictive, because they think that the attention means revenue.
But there's always been stupid criminals.
We're not talking about stupid criminals. We're talking about people that's willing to risk their lives, not for attention, not for money.
It was the same thing back during the bank robber days.
There's a guy who robbed the bank today who rode the bus and got pulled over on the bus an hour later because they had the chip and the money in Chicago.
There's always been stupid criminals.
Why would there not be? We're not talking about money, though. We're talking about attention.
Oh, there's a couple of shows. There's spin-offs of the shows about stupid criminals. And the ones that give them up, the way that they give them up, the procedurals about finding people who give them up.
They did it for what? Even if it was a quick buck.
These kids don't even. They do it for the same reason. Why? And we're going to switch topics here in a second, so I might as well drop it. This is the reason why Robert Kraft found himself in some bullshit as a billionaire, and it's because that momentary high, that momentary rush, that momentary exhilaration from coming.
Hey, I'm not.
He just.
It's the.
I mean, you want me to argue with that?
No, it's the momentary euphoria that we all get.
Debatable.
Like, no,
I think this
like when you get that bonus, there's a whole bunch.
I'm saying.
No, there's a whole bunch of endorphins, and everybody's trying to test. They're all trying to chase the next high. Right, whether it's a herbal high, whether it's the next trying to high.
The man got doing his regular shit. Bro.
What? He didn't want to have. He didn't want to have to deal with it, right? He didn't want to have to ask the same old questions and be told, "Nah, man."
I'm a widower and I'm a billionaire,
and he's gone.
Now the thing,
I'm a widower.
The question
is,
and
I'm a fucking billionaire,
and I don't need Viagra because apparently he didn't need it.
There instead of if you're a billionaire, just fly some models.
Because somebody comes over to your house.
This might be my regular day.
I know Meek Mill, bro.
Again, the question is, why would he go there if he could and he did?
Because all of his friends did. Just like all those people who paid to get their kids
I watch Billions
into the people who got, man, Aunt Becky got busted for the Full House
but
thing.
We know that's been going on.
Nah, man.
That type of shit.
But the fact that she got busted, she got busted tells you.
My dad donated $1 million to the libraries in his name. I get accepted to school. I didn't make.
We all know. But somebody was an entrepreneur. Somebody was an entrepreneur.
Hey, man. Also free Dominique.
Real talk,
man.
I know that my voice sounds like scratchy. It's because Houston has had crazy fires. And like that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, man.
Yeah.
But you can't release that many chemicals. Right. Well, you can't just release that many chemicals into the air and like nobody's gonna be affected.
I said everyone.
I rode 30 miles on Monday when it was going out there, and it was.
All right, for those who don't know and not from the Houston area, there was a fire over on one part of our area, and that fire basically went for days.
It definitely did.
And darkened the skies.
It did.
It was very, very unnecessary, and now the respiratory. Like I was over taking down a gazebo because gazebo number 3 fell. Man, the winds got me.
This guy still don't want me to
go. Let you do the X-Files.
No, I was just thinking, right? No, but I was always wondering, like, you know, it's interesting.
Okay.
How we have like a huge chemical fire, right? At the exact same time, we laying off firefighters.
We're laying off firefighters.
I mean, we laying off firefighters. Wow, they're shutting down fire stations.
Yeah.
You don't X-Files most times, but when you do, that man dropped a hammer on it. All right, I got to step up my game.
Ironic is that how we're going from we have this chemical just going in the air. Now, this is the thing. I haven't heard much, which is. Well, I haven't been paying attention to, so let me, get the
yeah.
But what is being released? What are the side effects of all
right,
this? Like, I'm pretty sure someone can, at this point, be able to say, okay, these chemicals are burning right now.
I have many white friends who are ambassadors to the Trade Nation, and so they all have, I love all y'all. And so for each one, they all have a designation, and I have 2 people who actually are infatuated with the weather. And the one who is most in contact with me told me that he read the list and he started saying words that I couldn't spell. And so I started blanking out as one would do. But he, at the end, said, none of those things you want to breathe in.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, thank you for letting me know that, Ambassador of Weather and Wind-like activities.
Zombie apocalypse.
I didn't feel any way when I went out and rode.
But you see, they signed up everybody for the class action lawsuit because everybody's getting ready for what might potentially happen.
At that point, you're going to just have to start giving anybody on this address a cinema check.
Yeah, I would like to get some.
About it.
Those are paydays, though, dude. You know that those are paydays.
What I'm saying is, like, think about it. Like, okay,
I want my Red Cross check too.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Tell me because I live over here at A-Leaf that I'm not affected, even though I could walk outside in the morning and smell that stuff?
And smell and see it, yeah.
So, you're going to deny the body and Katie who actually got a sniff of it?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. So at this point, all they're going to do is, if anything, I don't think you're going to be able to just say, hey, did you live in Houston during this time?
I don't think it's conspiracy as much as it is coincidence.
Almost like the hurricane.
Coincidence to the point.
At this point, it's like, did you live in Houston during these days?
Yes, of course. My fuck, I was right at the street.
Yeah. No, they helped me with student loans. That was great.
They freeze your shit. They freeze your shit, and it doesn't have any interest. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. For a period where you don't have to pay and it doesn't hurt against you because you're in
forbearance.
But it's a forbearance. But
but you're in a disaster.
You're in the disaster zone, and I had that for like 6 months. Actually, that's what helped my credit too, because they froze my shit, and then when it got unfrozen, I started paying it, so it looked like I was paying it for 9 months. That's what boosted my shit up.
I don't know, man. I married a white woman. She made me have to pay for shit. She made me actually have an address. Like you can find me on an address.
Let me get it to my why it's not a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Because the thing with the firefighters, I think it's coincidence, and I think it's a slap in the face for the city of Houston. And I got tricked. I voted Prop B because there was firefighters outside of the goddamn voting thing said, hey, man, make sure you vote Prop B to get us a raise. And I was like, oh, firefighters? yeah, these guys do hard work. Why not? Didn't know any research about it, right? I went in there fucking dumb full of cum. And I went in there and I voted Prop B, not knowing the mayor was saying the whole time, if you vote Prop B and I have to pass this, we don't have the budget for this.
Yeah,
so
we don't have money.
I'm going to have to lay people off. So everybody giving the mayor flack right now, it's your own dumbass fault. It's my dumbass fault too, because I voted Prop B. I call myself, hey, I'm donkey today with your dumbasses, but we'll all be donkey the goddamn day because we made the wrong choice at the voting booth because we were misleaded. I voted for it. But the firefighters told me to vote for it, so why would I not vote for it?
To piggyback your X-Files, that the timing is very, very interesting considering that we had the hurricane, we have this fire. We have the hurricane, we have the fire, and we have the firefighters being laid off all around election time. And we're starting to discuss the new candidates.
I think it's just
the leader of the fourth largest city in America and is an access port for a lot of trade.
I don't think it's a conspiracy though. I think it's more calmer than anything. I think it's we dealt those cards. Now we have to play that hand. That's all I think it is. I don't think it's anything other than that. I think it's...
You ain't never played poker in your life.
Fuck out of here, man. I was king of Facebook poker, boy. I had like 150.
This dude said Facebook.
I had 150,000 in my account.
We just talked about for a whole year, for a whole hour about social media and like how we got it. And this dude went to me for the Facebook
Texas
poker.
Hold'em, bro. Get out of here, bro. I can play. I just don't. It ain't my thing. And I played in Longview at our parties. I did well.
Whenever you want to come over.
No, because I don't like losing money.
Whenever you want to come and sit down, you can always sit down.
Let's take it back to Mardi Gras before I close this shit out. I'll take it back to Mardi Gras. My cheap ass went. Yes, I know. My cheap ass went to the casino to Harris, whatever the fuck it is. I'm up in there. We go pull out money. I'm like, all right, I'll put $40 out. We'll play some slots and we're going to get some free drinks, right? Well, we were just thinking to get free drinks in the penny slot. 46 because they charged me $6. Then my bank charged me $250. So to get $40, I have to put 40. I lost $48.
We're mad about that.
I'm hot about the $8.
Then my man still knows the math.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. He got to be mad about it. He still remember.
Oh, no, I remember everything. That's the sad part about my life. I remember everything and it sucks. So... boom, I get my wife to 20. She goes in there. She starts playing her little slots. And, we're doing well off of her money. And boom, I pull one. We win like $12.50. We're waiting on drinks. We get a couple rounds of drinks. I couldn't play what I wanted to play, which was the $5 poker blackjack table. So I kept my 20 in my pocket. I never spent that $20. It goes to show you that I'm not a big gambler is what I'm saying. I'm super cheap when it comes down to spending money and losing money. Especially if I can't. Yes, of course. But if I can't play the game that I want to play,
newsflash.
I will lose my money on dice and blackjack because I feel like I have a 50-50 chance of winning those fucking games. And the odds may be way lower than that. But I feel like if I roll the right one, if I say no or yes on a hit me or get the right cards, the risk is lower. You know what I mean? Versus me pulling a slot or playing poker or doing all that extra shit. So those are my guilty sins when I go to the casino.
I don't care what you do in the casino. It's all a slot.
True too, but
I mean, your perfect combination of
the layers on that, depending on
roulette.
Roulette
is 50-50 if you go black or red.
No. I'm not saying the percentage. The percentage, like you said, each game is up and down.
It's just all going in the same purse.
All is a slot because at the end of the day, you're paying money to get something that's either going to get you money or get it or not. The slot machine, you're either going to lose it quicker, you're going to lose it slow. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing.
If I lose
everything, like in any card game, like even blackjack, you play blind.
People don't want.
You can play blind.
You don't want
to.
Right.
So I learned how to gamble from Aaron.
If I lose $300 and I didn't have $300 in drinks, I'ma feel away. Now if they had a buffet and some other stuff, and I lost $300, and I made sure I got my bag before I left there, then I would just feel like I had a great dinner. I had some fun gambling. I would feel okay.
When I go to La Bird, that's all I care about. Give me enough.
If I lost $300 and I left out of there still sober, that I'm not gonna feel okay about that. The most I've ever lost at a casino was $200 on my little brother's 21st birthday, Baton Rouge, on the boat. I took everybody out there, had about $7,000 in my pocket. I only spent $200 because I wanted to go to the club, but we decided to go to the boat because it's like, oh, we just play some game, get some drinks, I'm shooting dice, I'm playing blackjack, I'm passing out 20s left and right to everybody. Like, we had a great night that night, but everybody left out of there lit, lost a couple $100, but I felt like we got that back in drinks because that was when they'll let you order, you know, at least mid-shelf, not the bottom shelf, because of the games that we were playing and the tables that we were at. So I lost a little bread. We went into our little bag a little bit with that, but I'm not a big gambler. I don't like to lose money. I used to gamble a lot when I used to shoot dice with niggas in the hood, and I used to win a lot. Then when I started losing, it just didn't feel good anymore because I started thinking about what I could have done with the money that I lost, and that's why I'm cheap now. Facts. I got you guys. If you like losing your money, I don't, because if I want to lose $300, I can just go pay a hooker like Robert Kraft to just jack me off or something like that.
300.
Nigga, at least that's what.
$40.
How much you paid? 2 scores. Two scores.
Hey, man, close this. Close this out, man.
Shout out to Warren, man. 2 scores, man.
Yeah, you trying to talk about the price of poon.
Trash like the fuck for 2 scores.
It goes up and down like most commodities.
All right, man. It does, man. It's Nature's credit card. I'd like to welcome y'all. Thank y'all. I'm sorry. I'm on them gummies. Thank y'all. No, I didn't, but I know. I'd like to thank y'all for listening to the Planet Pert Podcast, episode number 19. We are out. 3's in the building.
Thank you for tuning in to the Planet Pert Podcast. Shout outs to. This is a always press record production.